Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Naragon, and this video is being made in response to my friend Chuck Grolmus. Sorry, I probably said your name wrong. Uh, kind of providing another challenge for the AbTab group, which I'm excited for. Another challenge in creativity, which we've had many, but none that I've really gotten involved in lately, and I'm glad to be doing it this way. So here's what's going on. He asked us to be creative in some way, or to help him with some kind of technical things, and I am probably the one person that knows less than you, Chuck, on the AbTab group about technology. I know nothing at all. I know how to press the play button. I know how to press the live button. That's where I'm at. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on a character's backstory, because to me, the backstory is the most important part of any character, and I believe that comes from mostly DMing. I get to play now, which is exciting. I play in, I think, 2 games a week now. 3 games a week? I don't really know. I should know. I'm rambling again. And that's me. This is why I DM. Now, so my favorite characters are always tieflings, and my favorite classes are always the magic users. So, for the sake of this purpose, we'll say this is a tiefling who's a wizard. Simple enough. But where do you go from there? That's the basics. Now, normally someone rolls up stats and figures out the character later, but I don't like to do that. I like to go in with some sort of plan. And my camera's moving all over the place because it's a laptop on my lap, and I apologize, but this is the technology I deal with. As I said, very simple. And again, a name I'm not worried about until later on. Tiefling Wizard. I would work on some way to make them unique. And one easy way to do that with tieflings is change their appearance a little bit. Instead of the dark red skin or the purple or the blue or something fun like that, people often forget that tieflings also have all the color spectrum of normal humans. So I'm Native American, let's go with a tan skin tiefling. I'm making them relate quite a bit to me in appearance, other than being a tiefling. In fact, let's change their appearance. Let's say he doesn't have a tail. Let's also say his horns are broken off and ground down, kind of like Hellboy's would be. Instead of traditional mage's robes, he wears a leather duster coat, because I've been playing too much Red Dead Redemption. I'm going to throw that in there. You know what? No, let's not do that. Let's do it. For some reason, he wears a pirate captain's coat, an overcoat of a deeper blue color, and it's kind of his favorite thing. As well as, for some reason, a pair of goggles you'd often see a desert dweller wear to keep the sand out of their eyes, but he keeps them placed over his horns to kind of keep him hidden a little bit. Because if it weren't for those, most people wouldn't even know he's not human, which is a good thing where he comes from. The deserts where he comes from, tieflings are very rare. And in one faction, they are seen as evil and corrupt and must be vile, or killed. They're vile. But the other side, their rarities, they're seen as a sort of holy relic or a gift from the gods to remind them of what could be. But this poor guy in particular, he comes from the dark side, the side that believes him to be evil. I guess I shouldn't take a stance on what's good and what's bad, but the side that believes he's bad. And they take him and they remove his tail. And they do it publicly as people cheer. and they take and they break his horns because they know this causes tieflings great pain and literal physical suffering for years. I'm getting into deep, dark, tragic stuff that I try to avoid in my characters' backgrounds, but again, here we are. It's easy to sink there. But this is why he keeps his horns covered. This is why he gives people a human name, and often many different names, so he can keep moving. Because when he was around the age of 15, he was luckily, with the help of a friend, able to escape. She didn't make it, but he did. And he lives on in her memory, hoping to one day find the strength and the courage to go back and save, quite literally, his brothers and sisters before they suffer the same fate. Now that's a tragic backstory, and it's fairly simple for me, but I like it. I may actually use a character like that at some point. I don't know what his name will be. But this is where I would come into the backgrounds, because a lot of people want a power game. I made a wizard, so he's got to take an acolyte background or a sage background. Now, with something like this, it could very easily be a haunted one background or a far traveler or something like this. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of references to just Dungeons and Dragons because that is what I know. These are kind of the steps I go through with making all of my characters that I make. And I could show you my D&D Beyond list, and it is huge. And these things come to me, and I put them in, and I often use them as NPCs, and I encourage you to do the same thing. This video is going a lot longer than I planned on. I wanted it to be less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to call it there, and I might do other videos where I make up characters on the spot like this just for my channel. And that's fun for me, and if people use those, that'd be really cool. I hope you enjoy them if you do. So thanks for that, Chuck. Also, I'm going to tag a couple players that I brought into the AbTab group, or encouraged to join, I should say, is a better way to phrase that. My cousin Brandon Rainey and Mikhail Keys to do something like this, maybe. You don't have to do a video, obviously, like I'm doing, but type something out, do something neat. Thanks. I hope you liked it, Chuck. It was for you, just for you.